Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Grade 8 Events. I'm your host, Delaney Hall. Happy Thursday. We cannot believe we are 1 week away from Thanksgiving and Black Friday and all the fun holiday events, and we will get into that. But this week we are highlighting the return of Craft and Design. This is hosted by the Visual Arts Center of Richmond. It all starts tomorrow at Main Street Station. I want to bring in some photos from last year. So this is an annual contemporary craft show. More than 170 artists from across the country will be there. They will be selling jewelry, handmade ceramics, furniture, wearable art. There is something for everybody here. And this is a really good opportunity to get a head start on your holiday shopping with some really unique pieces. So this all starts tomorrow and then lasts on Saturday and Sunday. So this is kind of like some of the pictures from previous events with booths, that kind of thing. So this year's show starts with a preview party tomorrow. That's from 6:30 to 9. Then there's a Rise and Shine event Saturday morning, and then general admission on Saturday and Sunday. There's different pricing for all of those. Anyone 12 and under is going to be free. You can also get a patrons pass, which gets you to all of the things, and I'll go over those prices in just a little bit. But every year they also have a featured artist. This year is Yansum Kim, I believe. Yes, here he is. He is a ceramic artist that is actually based in New Hampshire right now, I believe, but he's originally from South Korea. He apparently has a lot of cool ways that he works with ceramics in just a different way, which is one of the reasons that he was chosen as this year's featured artist. Here he is doing a workshop actually at the Visual Arts Center. I believe this was literally yesterday. And he will also be doing demonstrations on Saturday during Craft and Design. And I know they are very, very excited about that. This show, it's the 61st year of this. It started in 1964 as just a small backyard craft sale for VisArts, and it has grown. They expect like 10,000 people. I think they were just shy of that last year. So it has certainly grown. It's garnered national attention. Artists from across the country come. And I believe all of these artists are juried. So there's a special process that they go through to actually be selected to be able to sell their items. There are a bunch of items that are also from Richmond. So you have a lot of local artists going to be there as well. But I did speak to Jordan Roeder. She's the executive director for the Visual Arts Center. So about, just the notoriety of this event and how it's grown. So let's take a listen.
I think in terms of the region, this is one of the largest and maybe one of the ones that has just the broadest array of work and diversity in the type of media and the types of artists who you'll see here. We are often compared to places like the Smithsonian or Philadelphia Craft Show, but locally we're kind of the biggest one. I think
so like she said, they are compared to some of the biggest craft shows and art shows across the country. And this definitely is a unique one with just the items that they have. So as far as pricing, again, the day starts tomorrow with the preview party. Let me go to the ticket tab. So if you go to craftanddesign.rva.com, it will bring you to this beautiful screen. Hit the big blue button that says Get Tickets, and it's going to be kind of all laid out for you. So the patrons pass, like I was mentioning, that gets you in from Friday to Sunday, about $158 with all the fees. The Rise and Shine brunch event is Saturday morning. This also gets you early access, I believe, starting at 9:30. Yes, 9:30 to 11 on Saturday before general admission. That runs you just about $69. General admission, so it starts at $15, but you can see they've already accounted for some of the fees that you have to pay. That's 11 to 5 on Saturday and Sunday. So you have some options if you want to check out something, different, which is pretty cool. That is the Craft and Design show. This is, I think, my third year covering this, and I know they're very excited. This is one of the biggest events of the year for the VisArts Center, so they are certainly ready and excited to welcome you guys to that. But that is not the only event happening this weekend. Of course, I don't know about you, but I've already decorated for the holidays at my house, and I know a lot of people have too. So you're going to start seeing a lot of those holiday events picking up this time of year. But the first one is not, unless you like dinosaurs, then every day is a holiday. It's Jurassic Quest from Friday to Sunday at the Greater Richmond Convention Center. Meet baby dinosaurs, dinosaur rides, dinosaur bounce houses, anything dinosaur related. This is for you. Definitely tailored towards kids, but adults also like it. I know my husband loves dinosaurs. So this is a traveling event. They're going to be in Richmond this weekend. I believe they go to like Raleigh next, something like that. But I want to bring in the browser to kind of give you a visual of what you're going to see. Literally life size. I don't want to say life size because they're larger than life. Dinosaurs, a lot of fun. Fossil digging there. There's different levels of admission if you are interested in having more experiences. So it's timed entry tickets for sure. General admission gets you dinosaur exhibits. There's some stations, Lego build stations, Lego models, that kind of thing. There's also the kids' ultimate admission, which gets you everything in general admission, plus fossil digs, dino rides, and inflatables, and then a kids' dynamite experience. You get everything I just mentioned, plus you get exclusive check-in, and you can get fast lines for some of the popular rides, and you get a dino meet and greet. So it's really what you want to tailor it to. To get tickets, you can kind of click on what day. Again, in Richmond, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I forgot to mention on Saturday morning, there is a special sensory friendly session in the morning. So for any of those kids who just want quieter environments and they do better in that, I would definitely consider going on Saturday morning. You can see I was talking about that entry time situation just to control the crowd just a little bit. You can pick what time you would like to go. And once you hit the time, then you can see the prices. Adults are actually cheaper than kids. So adult admission about $24, kids admission $36. And then that dynamite package and all of that I was talking to you guys about, that's where you can kind of like upgrade, if you will. But that is the... I love it, the Jurassic Quest. And I believe we will be having them on tomorrow during 8 News at 9. I hear we will have a special visitor from a baby dinosaur. What that means, you will have to find out because I'm also waiting to find out, but it sounds cute. So that's tomorrow at 8 News at 9. Again, Jurassic Quest tomorrow through Sunday at the Greater Richmond Convention Center. All right, back to our list. Big week for Ashland. It's the Grand Illumination on Saturday. If you watched 8 News at 9, I believe it was yesterday, a couple days ago, we had our dear friend Louise Keaton come on, the Snow Queen herself, talk about this. This really kicks off the holiday season in the center of the universe. So this all is starting Saturday from 3 to 6 at Ashland Town Hall. They're going to be lighting the tree starting at 5 p.m. sharp. Starting at 3, they're going to be vendors that are going to be lined across the Town Hall sidewalk down to Thompson Street. You'll also have Santa and Mrs. Claus there because he's already in town and he's watching. 4 p.m. entertainment will begin. I just wrote down a couple of these. Tammy Hart Mosby, the Ashland Dance Company, and Randolph-Macon College Choir. And then, of course, the tree lighting right at 5 o'clock, which is pretty crazy because I'm like, oh, that's so early. Well, it gets so dark so fast now or so early now. So I guess that does make sense. And so this Grand Illumination kicks off like 6 weeks of different things that the town is doing to celebrate the holidays. There's like a New Year's Eve situation. They have a lot going on. I highly recommend you go to ashlandvirginia.com. They have like a whole blog and you can kind of break down everything. And there's also a holiday parade. So you have that on Saturday night. Holiday parade on Sunday at 2 p.m. at Thompson and Sneed Streets. We had a story this morning about some of the road closures that are going to be in effect. The Ashland Police Department put those out, so be sure to check those out. But yeah, Center of the Universe is definitely kicking off the holiday season starting on Saturday, and I know they are very excited. But Tredegar, they are also kicking off it tonight. So this American Civil War Museum, they are having their annual tree lighting tonight from 5:30 to 7. They are going to be lighting up the 20-foot tall tree in the museum library. Again, that is at the American Civil War Museum down in Richmond. Doors open at 5:30. They're going to be lighting the tree at 6:30. And what's interesting about this tree is they are very much sticking to the theme, I guess, if you will, of the museum. And it's going to be decorated with a 19th century era ornaments, which is pretty interesting. There's also live music from Joe Sarver Trio and Holiday Cheer by Dogwood and Thistle Wine Company, and that is free and open to the public. Looking on their website, it looks like you can register, but I think you can just also show up. It's family friendly. So again, if you want to see a pretty tree tonight, 5:30 to 7 at Tredegar. There's another tree lighting happening at Stony Point on Saturday. I love how everyone, I think Short Pump, I'm trying to think of all the big malls around here. Short Pump had theirs last weekend, I believe. Saturday from 5 to 7, they will be doing that tree lighting. It is also the opening day of the skating rink at Stony Point. I didn't know they had a skating rink. Love that. You also find DJ, a snow show. Santa is also going to be there. Santa is already clearly very busy. So if you want to make multiple stops, see the big guy, you got a chance. Balloon art, RVA mini express train rides, a maker's market, and the first 300 kids get to enjoy a free stocking to color and to decorate, which is pretty cool. There's a lot of other events. This is just on their website, shopstonypoint.com. There is a ton of other events, and you can check out some of the vendors that will be there. A lot of them are the stores that are already in the mall there. So just keep that in mind. They're also collecting canned goods to benefit Feed More. So it's the giving season. If you feel compelled to give, that is a good opportunity to do so. But I know I feel like I kind of sped through those. But like I said, starting now, a lot more holiday themed events happening. Of course, next week is Thanksgiving. So we will table graded events for that because I know you guys all will be enjoying some holiday turkey. But the weekend after that is RVA Illuminates, which, as you know, is a huge deal around here at 8 News. We are very excited this year to light up the skyline with the mayor once again. And so we'll have all of the details about that. But if you have an event you want us to know about, please send us an email at news@wrec.com. We'd love to hear about it. We are also doing live interviews through the holidays. We want to hear about the fun holiday events you have coming up. Send us an email at interview@wrec.com and we'll see if it's a good fit for our show. But for now, I will say goodbye and we will see you next couple weeks. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.